What is going on, people of the internet? It's Peter here from the Elluminati, and I'm here to announce a new series that I'm doing called Do You Remember? So I'm going to show you what it's all about. So the series is all about nostalgia. So I'm going to be showing you some stuff from my childhood, and hey, even maybe from your childhood. So as you can see here, I got a bunch of action figures from my childhood. Got a bunch of Star Wars, Power Rangers, Marvel, and DC characters, and even a few Pokemon. Yo man, I won so many awards from like second grade when I was like such a beast at soccer, man. Like I used to like score like 1 goal a season, man. You guys want to know how to get ladies? Pokemon cards, Pokemon cards, Pokemon kids, Pokemon kids. I guarantee you, Pokemon cards will get you ladies. Yeah, man. If you mess with me, I will send you to the Shadow Zone. Duel me 1v1 IRL. I'll wreck you, mate. Look at how sexy I am. I guess you can say I got my eyes on you. Yeah, just bowled the perfect game in Wii Bowling. That's right. I totally didn't just take a Wii remote and pretend I did that. Just bowl the perfect game because that's how awesome I am, man. I'm like a G at bowling. Not in real life. Not in real life. But in Wii Bowling, I am the best. Guys, remember VHS? Yeah, those were terrible. Muppet Show. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a crappy VHS. It never worked properly. It always sucked. Frosty the Snowman. And the Terror Movie. And I'm singing for some reason. Yeah. I don't care what your opinion is. The greatest movie of all time is Space Jam. No, not The Godfather, not Citizen Kane, no, not any of those movies. Space Jam is the greatest movie of all time. You cannot deny it. Space Jam is the greatest movie of all time! I used to love Avatar The Last Airbender. I used to watch it every weekend. Whenever it came on, I just watched it. Just no matter what, even if it was repeat, even if I saw the episode 5 times, I'd watch it. Then one day I went into the movie theater. M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender. Why? Why, M. Night? You ruined me. You ruined my whole existence. I can never see Avatar the same way. You ruined my childhood! I was obsessed with The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I remember one time I had like flag football practice or whatever, and I missed a new episode of Zack and Cody. And I got so pissed at my mom, I just started screaming at her. And the repeats, they never had repeats for some reason. So I never got to see that episode. I still haven't seen that episode. Like I saw a trailer for it. Like Mr. Mosby had like a puppet or whatever. I still haven't seen it. And I'm still pissed at my mom to this day for making me go to flag football practice and missing an episode of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I watched every single episode of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Except for one, and I'm still upset about that. Every time I was on a road trip, we'd bring a DVD player with us. And every time, I would watch Stuart Little at least once. I don't know why. Every time I went in a car ride, I would just bring Stuart Little with me. Even when we didn't have a DVD player, I'd bring Stuart Little with me. I would watch that every time. I've seen this at least 10 times. I don't know why, but I have. Do you guys remember Goosebumps? Yeah, man, I love Goosebumps. I remember my teacher had like a whole stack of Goosebumps, and every time during reading break, I would just read Goosebumps. And even during class, I would get up out of my chair, grab a Goosebumps book, go back to my desk, and just casually read it. I wouldn't even pay attention. I'd just be reading Goosebumps. I love Goosebumps so much. It's pretty spooky too. Captain Underpants, the greatest book series of all time. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I loved Captain Underpants. You understand? I loved him. I loved Captain Underpants. I always will. Look at this giant book. Oh my god. Look at how big it is. Oh my god. I had this whole book of Marvel. I didn't read this. I just looked at the pictures. like every kid would do. Just looked at all the pictures. I used to look at this book like every night. I would just stay up and look at the pictures of this book. I would read the comics. Yeah, like see how they have comics here. I wouldn't read the text. I just read the comics and the pictures. I just look at the pictures all night long. All night long. The Giving Tree and Where the Wild Things Are were my favorite books as a really little kid. Every night my mom would read them to me. But you know, I know who always scared me? The author of The Giving Tree. Look at him. Who'll haunt you in your nightmares? Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I love this book, but it took me over 3 months to read because my aunt gave it to me when I was like 6. And every night before bed, like 15 minutes, I would read this book. And it just took me forever and forever and forever. And the worst part about it, like my dad usually sat next to me, or my mom would sit next to me before I went to bed, and I would try to read this out loud to them. And it took me forever. And when I finally finished it, I was like, dang, this is a good book. And then I got the next book immediately. Guys, I'd like to introduce you to one of my bestest friends, Winnie the Pooh. He was my best friend from when I was like 9 months till maybe 7. I did have other friends obviously when I was 7, but I still always had him. I remember my mom was telling me like a couple weeks ago how when I started crawling, they used to hold up Winnie, and I would crawl towards him because I don't know. I don't know. I love Winnie the Pooh so much. I watched the cartoon. I always had him with me. I'll always be one of my best friends forever. I love you, Winnie. I love you, Winnie. Can you give us a moment? We're having friend time. Come on, give us a moment. Well, wasn't that a wild ride? Am I right? In this new series, I'm gonna show you like stuff I did before, but I'm gonna expand upon it, explain how my childhood was related to that, the history of it, maybe. Dedicate like 10-minute videos to it. Like I'll do a 10-minute video on Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon cards or even Winnie the Pooh. If you like this video, like and subscribe, man. I'm gonna hopefully do one of these series. Do you remember like every week or so, if I can, with school and all. But yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun making this. I did get weird at times, very weird. But I am a crazy guy, as you can tell. Yeah, well, hope to see you guys soon. As always, Peter here from Elluminati, signing out. Hope you guys had a fun time.